elect chairman for the church for the next 5 years. Pent Media, are you ready? You are ready. Electoral Commission, we will have to introduce you to this meeting. So please come and help us. Electoral Commission, yeah. Reverend Chairman, brothers and sisters in the Lord, I'm happy to introduce to you the Electoral Commission of the church. In line with the church's constitution, the church must appoint an Electoral Commission. And so those you see here constitute our Electoral Commission. The commission is headed by Elder Abua Aisi, the former Finance and Administration Director of the church. He is ably supported by Elder E.A. Boaite, and then Deaconess Eugenia Gifty Kusi, the Honorable MP for Takwa Inswaim, Elder Thomas Coleman has just been co-opted to assist. Elder Thomas Coleman is in Medina area. Another co-opted member is Elder Gibson Ano Entry, the Registrar of Pentecost University College. And you have Elder Erasmus Okpoti Mensah, who works at the head office in the registry to assist them with reproduction of documents. So that is the Electoral Commission. Conspicuously, you observe that Elder Sharps, who is a member of this commission, is absent. For some reason, he cannot be with us in this session. That is why the Executive Council has co-opted others to join the team. So behold your Electoral Commission that will see to these elections for us. Thank you, Mr. Electoral Commission. You can please take your seat briefly. Thank you. Members of this House, in line with the Constitution of the Church, the Executive Council nominated its candidate for consideration at the Electoral College. The Electoral College has approved of the candidate, and the Constitution requires that that candidate be presented to this House to be voted upon. Our candidate, and if I say our, I'm talking about the Executive Council and the Electoral College. Our candidate is the incumbent chairman, Apostle Dr. Opoku Onyniah. Please don't clap. For obvious reasons, don't clap. And our reason for proposing him for re-election is based on 5 main points. I'm not saying these are the only points, but 5 main points. 1, we believe that he has offered exemplary leadership to the church and beyond during the last 5 years that he's been the chairman. 2, he has raised the image of the church nationally and internationally. 3, during his term of office, the spiritual barometer of the church has risen considerably. 4, the Vision 2013 had been implemented to the letter. And 5, he has been a good mentor to the ministers and officers of the church. Based upon these 5 points, both the Executive Council and the Electoral College have decided that he be re-elected for 1 more term. So, brothers and sisters in the Lord, I am happy at this stage to introduce to you a person you already know, in the person of our dear chairman, Apostle Dr. Opoku Onyniah. Amen. As our candidate. We now invite thank you very much. We now invite the Electoral Commission to come and do its work.
Please, we're coming to explain to you the voting process. Some of you know. It's only the new ones who need to be perhaps taught or explained. The process should be explained to. But those of you who know, when we repeat, it adds your knowledge. The point is, we're going to give ballot papers to you all. Now you do the voting and the process we're going to explain. If we give you the paper for you to, that is the ballot paper, for you to write on, you don't show it to anybody. It is by secret ballot. That is why these things are there, the booth. You go there alone. Nobody should look over your shoulder. You don't have to discuss with anybody what you want to do. You go there and do the marking. Now, after you have finished the marking, you put it in the ballot paper. We'll go and collect them and count them and then let you know. Now, if you make a mistake and you take the paper wrongly, don't put it into the box. Let us know. We have polling assistants standing by to give you another sheet and take the old one, the spoiled one, from you. Now, if you don't give the spoiled one, the one you want to change, to the polling assistants, and you put it in the box, you don't come back to us and say, I made a mistake, I want to correct it. That one we shan't accept it. But before you do the polling, the casting of the vote itself, you need to let us know, and then we'll give you a fresh sheet, and we'll take the spoiled one from you. That is number 1. Number 2, when we finish, we're going to count. This time, it is 2/3 of the members here present and voting. Members present and voting. If we vote, if you vote and we go and count, and we don't get 2/3 of the members, we don't get 2/3, it means the candidate is not taken by you. The electoral college will have to go back and go through the process of nominating another person. Electoral commission will go there and cast a ballot there again. And then you will assemble again, like we have done now, and do the election again. The third, if the second person too doesn't get 2/3, then we have to go into the third person. A third person, the college will have to retire and give us a third person. That third person should get 2/3. If he doesn't get it, it means the 1, 2, 3 people didn't, none of them got it. This is not a simple majority thing, it's 2/3. Now, if the 3 don't get the requisite 2/3, we'll pick the 2 who had the highest when they were voted for. Now, in this case, the 2 will come in, and then we give you ballot papers, you still vote. If that is by simple majority. So if the person gets simple majority, okay, we take him. If there's a tie, there's a stalemate, it means we have to cast lot. And the lot casting is that we are going to write 2 ballot papers. On one, we have written yes. The other one, we have written no. So the 2 candidates who had the highest, they will go and decide for themselves. Whatever you pick is your lot. If you pick the no, it means you are out. The one who picked the yes, he is in. So this is basically what the whole thing is about. But then when you are going, we are going to put a line. You don't go beyond it. Don't go near the person who is going to the booth. He does it alone there. It's secret ballot. So that's the most important thing.
Thank you very much. Reverend Chairman, we humbly want to explain further what we are supposed to do. First of all is the composition of the General Council members, those who are supposed to vote. It is in our Constitution, item 5.1. We have, there shall be a General Council made up of apostles, prophets, evangelists, and ordained pastors of the church, area executive committee members, national heads, national deacons, national secretaries, trustees, chairmen of boards and committees, and ministry leaders or directors, national executive committee members of ministries, national ITI PENSA coordinating committee, area women's ministry leaders in Ghana, full stop. Now this one, these people, specialists, retired ministers, and other persons may be invited to attend without voting rights. Specialists, retired ministers, other persons who are specially invited do not have voting rights. Observer. So please, may I humbly ask that those who don't fall into the list that I've listed, you occupy where? That block there, the end there, the last block on this side. If you don't fall into that list, you are a specialist who is invited. If you are a retired minister and any other person invited to be an observer, please, we humbly ask you to leave this block, the voting block, to occupy that end there, or maybe this one too, this side, this block, the red block on the right and the red blocks on the left. Please, let's do it. I humbly ask that we do it now before we start voting. So including all those behind, everybody behind, if you are not a council person and you fall into this category, please move to this side. I can see. And those of you, if you are qualified to vote, please join the voting block. I want to read the members who are qualified to vote again. They should be the apostles of the church, prophets, evangelists, and ordained pastors of the church, area executive committee members, national heads, national deacons, national secretaries, trustees of the church, chairmen of boards and committees, and ministry leaders or directors, national executive committee members of ministries stroke national ITI PENSA coordinating committee, area women's ministry leaders in Ghana. Specialists may be invited, retired ministers may be invited, other persons may be invited as observers and will not have any voting right. So if you fall into any of the That category of no voting right, please go on the right here. All right. On the assumption that we have the full component, we are trusting and believing that we have the component. As the chairman has already explained, we are going to vote, and the voting will be by 2/3 majority of those present. As it's been explained, it is those who are present and voting. So if you are present and you are not voting, you don't count. And for all those who vote, 2/3 will constitute a decision that the chairman has been confirmed or elected. Come.
The next page, on page 14, General Council meeting. In the Constitution, page 14, General Council meeting. We have Ghana representation. All apostles, prophets, evangelists, area heads, 50% of ordained pastors, trustees, chairmen of boards and committees. Which are we taking, this or the first one that you read?
Thank you, Honorable Member. I think the Constitution, page 14, General Council meeting, I'll read all. General Council meetings shall be held biannually. They shall be duly constituted as follows. All prophets, all apostles, evangelists, area heads, and 50% of ordained pastors, which I believe they are here, trustees, chairmen of boards and committees, general leaders of ministries and directors, 3 elders representatives made up of area deacons, and 2 others on area executive committee, all pastors on secondment to the headquarters, Pentecost University College, chaplains and ITI Pensa traveling secretaries, National Executive Committee members of ministries, National ITI Pensa Coordinating Committee, and area women's ministry leaders. I think that's all. That's all. All right. Thank you. By the point of the Ghanaian representation, the Executive Council members, trustees, apostles, prophets, evangelists, national area heads, heads of committees and boards, ministry general leaders or directors, the national coordinator of the Northern Outreach Ministry, and 3 other representatives of the area committee, namely area deacon, 1 elders representative, and 1 pastors representative. External representation, national and accredited area heads, missionary attaches, and national deacons. All right. Thank you. Now you will find out that we have 15 voting booths. 15. If you turn back, you can have one at that corner there. You can see them in line, the middle line. The 15 booths are there. You will find the boxes, the voting boxes are also available there. We have a number of booths, 1 there, 1 here, 3 others. They want to be said that will be very fast. That's why we have created so many booths. Now, we want to take you through the process. Out there, we have indicated the process. You must be qualified. By the list that I've given, you should be qualified before you vote. The number 2, you've got to join a queue orderly. Let's not jam up. That's why we have extended so many booths around. And there is one man, one vote, one woman, one vote. We are trusting that you will comply humbly to this instruction. Then receive your ballot paper. We have 15. Please, where are you? Polling assistants, can you get to your booth, please? The 15 polling assistants, get closer to the booth. One each. This gentleman, please, let's hurry up. Take one each. They are 15. And take your, pick your voting forms before your envelope, one each. It contains a number of votes, voting papers. One for each booth. Right from there, yes. We are informed that there are a number of area deacons who have been reviewed. The new ones are in, and the old ones are also in to hand over. The instruction is that the old ones are going to vote. The new ones will have to be accepted by the council before you vote. So if you have been elected area deacon and you have not, this is the first time you attended a council meeting to be accepted, please, you are not to vote. Kindly join the team on the right or left wings. New area deacons, please join the yes. Okay. And then so now we have all the when you walk, please move on. You will see a voting paper like this. Sorry, forget about the electoral college out there. It's supposed to be general council. But you see the same format. Name Apostle Dr. Opoku Onyniah. And the first box there, it says yes. Yes, as the chairman explained, means you are ticking to say, yes, I am electing him. I'm convinced he stays on as a chairman of the church. Tick yes. If you are not convinced, tick no. French, and I think they are explaining, so I don't need to explain. Tick yes or no. Don't tick true. Or if you make a mistake, don't cancel and do the right thing. Just see the chairman. He will replace your ballot paper. Are we clear? Please, any question? All right.
They will be giving the ballot papers here.
Yes. So as you come up, we have one booth there, a number of booths. So just queue to any of the booths out there, from the back there, out there, so that we don't jam up. That's why we brought in so many booths. And then you find a voting container like this, all around, scattered. Drop it in quietly and let us sit down and wait for the results. Thank you very much. So executive, we'll begin with the executive table, maybe to set the ball rolling. This is closest to you. Okay, this side is also close to you. There are pens in there. Voting agents, please make sure there's a pen in there. Make sure there's a pen in there. And when you finish the pen, please bring it back. Pardon?